Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, this morning we are finishing up working on some of these 1-inch tapes for my good buddy John. And John, like I said, these 1-inch tapes do have a lot of tape edge damage. So I don't know about these two last reels. They are jumping around quite a bit. But these, like I said, these tapes look good, but they're not. The edges of the tapes they have damage, and that causes video tape head interchangeability to start jumping around. Even through time-based correction, I can only fix so much of this. But overall, the video signal is really good for being done in 1974 when you recorded these, or transferred them. I don't know when you transferred them over. But we are working on these last two tapes. Hopefully there's some good commercials or something I can use off of these two tapes, and they're not too unstable. But the color is, it's moderate considering the issues with the format that it came off of. But these tapes do have tape edge damage. That's what happens on these 1-inch tapes, especially these IVCs. I checked it also on my IVC-870, and it definitely is the tapes that are causing this. It's got tape edge. The edges of the tapes, you can look at it very slightly. You can see the edges of the tapes have a lot of wear and tear. These tapes were used at a television studio an awful lot, and if they're not used properly, they create edge damage to the tape from the guide pins. If people load the tapes in wrong, the guide pins crease the edges of the tape. Apparently, that's what the case was when these were used quite a bit. And you don't really notice it. If you look at the tape, you really don't notice it. You notice it during the playback. You just don't notice it when you look at it. And when tapes have a lot of recorded passes on them, especially like 1-inch tapes like these, probably on a machine that probably was out of spec or something like that, it created a lot of tape edge damage. So, like I said, guys, these are two problematic tapes I'm trying to recover, trying to get them stable. And but due to the tape edge damage, it's not easy to do. Plus, the coloration is starting to shift here and there. It's just trying to keep them in track and keep them locked, and that's not an easy thing to do at all. So, like I said, John, we are working on these last two tapes, which are very problematic, and we're going to do what we can do with them. When you got IVC tapes, I have the luxury of checking from one machine to another machine to make sure it isn't the machine playback error. It's usually, once that comes across at the same thing, you easily determine it's got video tape edge damage from the tapes. The edges of the tapes, either top or bottom, get creased or wore due to guides or improper loading, and that creates glitches in playback with video head penetration to the edge of the tape on the opening scan, which creates video head jumping around and everything else, where the video will just jump around, go out of color, go out of phase, go back into phase. It causes a lot of problems. But we're doing the best we can considering how bad these tapes are. And we're going to see if we can get the video locked and get these tapes playing properly. But anyways, I'm also getting a lot of calls for some 1-inch now, Type Cs. People got 1-inch Type Cs and Betacam SPs, even M2s. Like I said, guys, we are a full production facility. Obsolete Video Services has been hit with every video format you can think of. We get the job done, but we get the job done right. That's the whole point. You got these places that make videotape transfers of VHS and Beta. All they do is make crappy DVDs. They don't go through production studio facilities like I do. And you want the best possible quality on your memories. That's what it's all about. But, when you go to those places, $10, $5 a tape, usually you are not getting quality video, people. Obsolete Video Services is a transfer house. I do charge moderate amounts of money for what I do. But you do get quality, and it's all monitored and done by me. I'm a one-man operation, and we do the best we can to give you the best quality possible, and that's pretty much what Obsolete Video Services does. But these IVC type 1-inch type of tapes have video edge damage, where the edge of the tape has damage either on the top or the bottom, creating a lot of glitches. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.